And really, just one thing before we get started, but I just wanted to kind of thank everyone for the sort of crazy positive feedback that's been fed in since I kind of announced that what I wanted to do with this build, and it be sort of a community-led build, and there be decisions that are kind of made by the sort of collective audience of this YouTube channel from all walks of life and from all backgrounds. And I just think everyone should have a voice on stuff like this that maybe they're otherwise unable to do this sort of stuff. So yeah, as I say, generally thankful for everyone that's been in touch and said that they'd love to be involved and give up some time to actually get this started. I think at some stage I might do some sort of workshop weekend, so almost like an open house type thing. So we'll have this sort of in the garage outside, so there's room around it. I'll get a barbecue going, beers on the go, that sort of thing, and then just be a place for everyone to kind of meet up, have a chat, and then see this in all its glory. And also, I just think it's quite nice that people want to bring something like this back to life, because it's a sort of a neglected Peugeot 106 with a seemingly stupid body kit, and it seems to have captured the collective audience of their childhood memories and stuff. So anyway, spiel over, but yeah, thanks everyone for all the support. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, Tom Mods Things. Welcome to all the new subscribers that have joined up since I've been posting up about picking up this sort of max power styled Pagani 106. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content and stick around, because it's going to be one crazy thing. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be sifting through basically all the stuff that came on the inside of this car. So it's going to be a little bit of a treasure hunt today to find out what we do need, what we don't need. Hopefully we don't break anything along the way, and what we need to replace basically, and then probably going to end up finding some stuff along the way, some critters and stuff, because I mean this thing is fairly filthy with cobwebs and dirt and stuff at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the garage door open, we're going to just start to pull the stuff out as we go along, and then going to just pick up on a few bits that we find along the way. So I'll catch you guys in a sec. Alright, just to give you guys a bit of a heads up of exactly what's going on in this car, as you can see there is everything piled up in here, so we're going to start to go through it. I've pulled out a few bits. Some of you would have seen a picture that I posted up on my Instagram and stuff of this wing that came with it, which is absolutely enormous and pretty damn crazy as well. Comments were kind of saying that they look a little bit like Pikachu ears on the back of the car at the moment. Maybe we'll chuck it on for this video just to kind of show any of you that didn't catch it on my Instagram what it looks like. Got a bit of the glass and the headliner and stuff, but then there's seats and all sorts in here, so it's going to end up filling up the garage, as you can see, pretty damn quick. This is obviously for different projects at the moment, so we're going to shift this out because that's for making some splitters and side skirts for the other car out the front there, which is destined to the driveway. So yeah, we're going to crack on sifting through quite a lot of this stuff. I mean, there's all sorts in here, so hopefully we're not missing too many pieces, but inevitably there definitely is going to be. And then we're also going to get the Hoover in here as well, and just start to hoover up some of the residents that have been in here for God knows how long, and have seemed to make it their home. So going to crack on with that now. Right, so first casualty that we found, definitely I think going to need some new headlights. So these ones are shot. What I was thinking was I was going to actually take these apart and potentially try and spray the insides at some point, but anyway, so this one's dead, so we're going to need a new one. Right, and then just to save some space in the garage really at the moment, we just thought we'd chuck them on just to see what it's kind of looking like with some lights on. Right, so just taking bits out as well, and I'm not sure, I haven't searched yet whether or not this is some sort of like rare an option or something, but it comes with like two sets of glass at the moment. We've got clear glass, and then we've also got this like what looks like factory green tinted glass. We've got over a full set. We've got extras of like the rear windows, which is crazy. So I'm not, if anyone in the comments kind of knows a little bit more about the sort of the green aspect of the glass and whether it was on like a special model or something, that'd be really appreciated. Gradually getting through all of the moment. We've got rear seat, we've got all these seals in here at the moment, but starting to sort of see sort of wood from the trees really with all of this. As I said before on the previous video, the whole thing's dynamated throughout, so clearly at some point someone was thinking that this was going to end up being a fully fledged sort of show kind of car, or sound car maybe, I don't know, but with all the Lambo doors and everything being smoothed off, I'd sort of think it was more show car than sound car. But anyway, so we're going to carry on. We're going to start pulling out all of this. We're going to see what's underneath this seat in the back, and then going to get the Hoover out and give it get a good going over, because I've unsettled quite a lot of spiders in this at the moment that have been sort of scurrying to safety, be it that they've travelled now to the other side of the country and they've probably been living in this thing for the past sort of 10 years or so. So anyway, so going to crack on with that, get all this out, and then get the Hoover out. Yes, found this little thing in there. Obviously they taped it up, I think, because they were going to paint it and maybe wanted to try and keep it in there, but no idea what brand and stuff it is. We're going to try and pull off all of the tape and then maybe see whether there's any sort of logos on stuff on it. But yeah, little thing in there. And then looking in here as well, remnants of a some form of audio install with all the wires all kind of chucked together. Still haven't found the radio that may have been in there at some point, and clearly the audio is being taken out long before I had it, so, or I've got it. So don't know. We'll probably have to rip out all of this because it's looking pretty damn tight, to be honest. And there's tons of like spade connectors and no idea what a lot of these things do. They're just sort of random cables, so that should be interesting to go through in a sec. But yeah, last thing was just trying to get the seals out, and then we're sort of good to go with all the stuff that's now come out of this car. So you can see it out here all piled up. It looks like we've kind of got all the interior. There are a lot of these sort of miscellaneous boxes of just stuff, various bolts of sort of varying degrees of rusting, and got some old like what was it, 6x9s, what's that, sand down all on the side. Yeah, definitely. Some adapters for that, and we've got some window regulators, it looks like, and stuff. I think I found the struts as well for the bonnet, so I might try and get those on actually, because it's, as I said in the first video, it's bloody heavy, and there's no struts or any way of actually propping it up at the moment apart from a bit of wood, and I don't quite fancy knocking that wood and the whole thing coming down, because it's going to cause a mighty crash and some damage. So yeah, it's looking okay inside here actually, to be honest. Sort of just looking around at kind of all the areas. There's a bung that's missing. Oh, try and get the camera to focus. Just down there, as you can see it, there's kind of a little bit of light showing through in the floor, so I need to hopefully find that in one of the boxes. And there's still some water in here from when I picked it up, which I'm going to need to mop up and then clean up all of the stuff in here. But I mean, relatively speaking, it's looking okay, to be honest. Until I kind of get it properly up in the air, it's difficult to tell exactly what's going on. As I said, I know the rear axle is fairly rusty, so I'm going to need to see whether it's just surface that we can just grind away and then redo. But as I said, clearly at some point it's been loved. It just needs a little bit of tender love and care to bring it back to normal. Definitely gonna have to sort out something with this, because this can't stay here with how crazy the rest of the car looks. And then you've got basic steering wheel and everything there. Even though actually the clocks, it looks like they've probably been changed. To be honest, I think that was a standard sort of mod, wasn't it, back in the day, changing them to like white dials. So we'll see whether or not when we get some power to it, whether they light up blue, which was another thing that used to always happen. But yeah, we'll probably have to just recover the dash, I reckon, in something. Maybe I'll put that up to a vote as to kind of what colours we look at for doing all of the dash and stuff at some point. But yeah, so just going to carry on. Just spotted this random bag down here as well in the depths. No idea what we're voting for. Maybe maybe done some sort of like cables in there. Yeah, okay, it's just a load of cable ends that have all been wrapped up. Oh, it's just tons of wires everywhere. It's an absolute rat's nest in here. It's going to be an interesting one. I did open this the other day and there was a frigging ginormous spider in there, so I'm sort of slightly reluctant to I don't know what's in there at the moment. Screwdrivers and all sorts of random stuff. Great, that looks lovely. I'll have to get a Hoover in there, I reckon, and scoop all of that out, but it's looking pretty grim wherever this has lived. Wherever this has lived. Obviously there's no sort of smell-o-vision, but I can tell you guys right now, these seats absolutely stink. Hell knows what's going on with those, but they are absolutely minging. So I don't think there's any chance that we're going to be keeping these, to be honest. No idea whether they're even worth anything really in this sort of state, but we'll see if anyone wants them. Again, another interesting thing with some people might or might not know with these old cars. So it was on these and Saxos, but they had these like immobiliser panels in some of the models, where effectively you had to type in a sort of I think it was a 4 maybe pin code before the car would actually start, which I find pretty mad. And then obviously this one's had a little bit of additional stuff which will explain the Clifford alarm sort of key fob and stuff, which is kind of where I guess these additional cables have come from. But yeah, mad little piece of history with these things. But obviously you forget the keypad and then the car won't start. So I don't actually have the key code for this, so hopefully that doesn't mean that we're not going to ever be able to start the car. We'll have to work out a workaround. But yeah, cool little thing. Right, and another thing to show are actually these lights. Now these are going to be for the rear of the car, as we can see down here with the sort of custom cutouts and stuff. What these will look like, if I can get in there to put them in, is they'll in essence look like this on the rear of the car. No idea if one is amber and the other one is red, or whether they're both red, and we're going to have to work out indicators for the rear as well. If that is the case, what we'll probably do is, it's kind of used to happen back in the days, used to put the indicators in the rear windscreen, or maybe we do a little cut out in the bumper. So I've got some Arrow kind of looking orange sequential LEDs that I was going to be using on that build before I changed them to those little ones on the front you just see there. But on here that might actually suit it and be pretty cool, and then we can do loads of little sort of holes in the rear bumper that the LEDs then shine through, so you sort of, to the untrained eye, you'd never see them until they actually come on, which is kind of cool. Right, and then just started to have a proper look at what's going on in this engine bay. Tons of corrosion and stuff, where obviously where the hood scoops were obviously dripping straight onto the bare engine bay. But I was looking at all sort of strut tops and stuff when I initially bought it, and they kind of look all right. Got a bit of surface rust in places which we can sand off and sort out and treat, but sort of majority of the area actually looks pretty good. I've taken the ECU and stuff out because there was a ton of metal corrosion all over this plug, so we're hoping that it'll still work, but just thought we'd take it out for the moment just to kind of open up a bit. Took all the air filter off and stuff. This was all the bit that I thought looked a little bit more modern than quite a lot of the other part of the engine, where obviously there's a lot of rust everywhere, whereas this stuff looked sort of fairly newish. But yeah, gonna have to really delve into this because there is a rat's nest of stuff around, and the radiator is particularly bad. You can see it down there. See all the corrosion at the bottom, so I think we're just going to replace it, to be honest. I mean, it's not even mounted in properly, as you can see, so we'll just whip that straight out and we'll just put a new one straight in just to be safe. And then the rest of it we just need to tidy up. Front bash bars looking okay. There's a few spots where it's sort of flaking off. That's looking pretty bad just there, to be honest, so we'll see how far it penetrates by grinding it back, but it might just be worth just replacing that as well, to be honest, for a nicer one. And then up the top, skull panels looking kind of reasonable, no craziness anywhere really in there. Sort of just looking in the sort of all the usual places really, but it's all looking sort of okay, just tired, to be honest. So but we got the strut, found one of the struts, so we've put this back on, so sort of actually holds the bonnet in place, which is a big help. So at least that bit's done. So first mod complete. Now I'd say slightly ambitious, but we're going to pull it out anyway. Nice little green top to it as well. Let's see whether there's actually any oil in it and what the state of it is. Ooh, lovely. Just getting that bit out in the light. I mean, there is some in there. It's very dark. It doesn't smell particularly good, so I don't think we'll be starting it up without changing that, to be honest. Yeah, so we seem to have like doubles of everything. So we've got this door card and also this door card, two totally different patterns, obviously from two different versions or two different models of the 106. So not only have we got all the glass, which one set's green, one set's clear, but we've also got two interiors as well, which is interesting. So clearly there was definitely going to be some choices had on this. Right, and there we go, guys, everything out of the car at the moment, just sort of stacking it all at the moment, just kind of, I'm going to have to go through all the boxes and sort them out into various bits. I've started to put all the electronics and stuff in there, but all the rest of it's all just a bit of a mismatch at the moment, so I'm going to need to sort it out. But yeah, looking much better. Left the spoiler inside because I've got nowhere to put that at the moment. All of the seals and stuff are over the back. Over there is all the door cards. We've got a couple of partial shelves as well, I've realised, so that's kind of cool. One black, one a little bit faded. Tons of glass over here, and then more of it over the back as well. So much glass at the moment, so I've got a bit of a decision to make as to whether we go clear or we go green, but I think that will highly depend on what colour gets picked for this eventually. So we'll probably keep both for the moment and then go on from there. But yeah, looking pretty damn good now. Right, there we go, so that's going to be it now for this short video, just unboxing. We've kind of got everything out of the car now, so we know exactly what is and isn't included, so we can go through and start to piece together the stuff that we're going to have to buy separately, and then start to put everything back together. I think what we're going to do is start to put a big list together of exactly what kind of needs doing, which obviously looking at it is a hell of a lot, so then we can start knocking through sorry for the noise, knocking through all of the bits that we're going to be requiring done on this, and then we can just order it and then just start to just go through it piece by piece until we get to kind of the final point. So yeah, cheers guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to carry on watching the build, because this is going to be mental, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later.